All the houseplants in today's video are suitable for beginners. So if you're a complete beginner in the houseplant hobby, all of these plants are going to be really easy for you to take care of. First up is the classic jade plant, and the jade plant is really a great all-rounder for beginners. This one doesn't require much watering, and you can basically just put it in a nice bright sunny spot, water it whenever it dries out completely, and that's really all you need to do. It doesn't require repotting all that often, maybe every couple of years. And because it's a succulent, it is really drought tolerant, so it does store water in its fleshy leaves. So if you forget to water it, no problem, it's going to bounce back just fine. Next up is the Monstera Adenii. This plant is absolutely brilliant for beginners. I'm always recommending it for beginners. If you don't have the space for a traditional Monstera deliciosa, which is very large in size, it can grow very large, this one is a great option. It's just as easy to look after. Just let it dry out in between watering, put it in bright indirect light, and this plant is just super easy. You can have it as a vining plant, or you can give it something to climb. It's completely up to you. And this one is also really fast growing. So if you're looking for a plant that will be really rewarding really quickly, then this is really good. Next we have the Monstera Picana, and this one is a little bit more uncommon, but it's really easy to take care of. And I've included it in this list because it's not one that you see on all of the easy houseplant lists here on YouTube. It's a little bit more unusual. It's got this lovely silvery colour on the leaves, but this one is in the Monstera family. The great thing about this one is you can really just leave it in a nice bright spot and it will just grow so well. This is a fast growing plant. All you need to do, let it dry out between watering, put it in a bright spot, and it's happy. And the way this grows is really nice because with it being a fast growing plant, it very quickly gets this beautiful full look to the plant with these lovely silvery leaves. And again, as with the Monstera Adenii, you can let this one trail, or you can let it climb up something. It's totally up to you, whatever your preference is. Next up I have the Miranda, and this one is a brilliant alternative to Calathea. If you love Calathea plants but you just can't keep them alive, this one is a brilliant alternative. It's nowhere near as fussy as Calathea, and you will find it to be extremely easy to care for. You will want to keep this one a little bit more on the moist side than the other plants I've showed you, but it is a little bit more forgiving if you forget to water it, unlike Calathea, as I say. So you get that beautiful prayer plant look, but without the risk factor. This one is also really tolerant of different lighting situations too. For best results I would put it in bright indirect light, but it can handle lower light situations. Next I have the umbrella plant, and I always recommend this one to beginners. Even if you're not a beginner, this plant is just brilliant. It's so unfussy, it grows really fast, and it's just one of those plants that you can just put in your home, forget about it, water it when the soil is dry, and it just keeps putting out loads of new growth. You can see on the top there, this one is putting out loads of new growth at the moment. It's one of those classics that I personally find to be one of those staples in my collection that I couldn't do without, and I'd say you can't really go wrong with this plant. This is the solid green variety. You can also get a variegated version, and I'd love to get my hands on one of those. What did you think of today's list? Would you try one of these plants? Do you already have one in your home? Let me know your experiences in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.